Before the word, there was the vibration. Before light, there was the tone. What if I told you that the very fabric of your consciousness, your thoughts, your emotions, your deepest sense of self is not woven from silent threads, but is instead a complex harmony, a song being played at every moment of your existence? We move through a world we perceive as solid, governed by what we see and touch. But the ancient sages and the mystics of all ages knew a deeper truth, that the universe is not a collection of objects, but an infinite ocean of frequencies. From the imperceptible hum of the earth itself to the specific vibratory signature of your own beating heart, you are a walking, breathing symphony. The sounds you consciously hear are but a tiny fraction of this cosmic orchestra. The rest of it, the vast majority, is unheard yet profoundly felt. It is the invisible architecture that shapes matter, the subtle current that guides our emotions, and the master key that can either lock or unlock the higher doors of perception. In our journey today, we will pull back the veil on this primordial force. We will travel back to the sonic temples of ancient traditions and explore the meditative practices that harnessed sound to touch the divine. We will witness the hidden geometry within vibration, how a simple tone can organize chaos into breathtaking patterns, mirroring the very act of creation itself. And most importantly, we will uncover how you, right now, can consciously use specific frequencies to tune your own instrument, your body, your mind, and your spirit, to resonate with clarity, deep healing, and expanded states of awareness. This is not merely about listening to pleasant music. It is about understanding the fundamental grammar of the cosmos and learning, finally, how to speak its language. The secrets were never lost. They were simply waiting for the right ears to hear them. This understanding that sound sculpts consciousness is not a modern revelation born of New Age thought. It is a thread of gold woven through the very tapestry of human wisdom, a secret whispered in the mystery schools of antiquity. To truly grasp its power, we must first walk the halls of history and listen to the echoes of our ancestors. Let us begin in ancient Greece with the master mystic and mathematician Pythagoras. It is said he could hear the musica universalis, the music of the spheres. He taught that each planet in its celestial orbit hums a unique tone based on its velocity and distance from the Earth. Together, these individual notes create a perfect divine harmony, a celestial symphony that structures the cosmos but is too subtle for the ordinary human ear to perceive. For the Pythagoreans, the soul was an instrument, and life's purpose was to tune it. Illness, anxiety, or ignorance were simply states of dissonance, a string played out of key with the universal song. Through specific musical modes and incantations, they believed they could retune the human soul, bringing it back into resonance with cosmic harmony and divine order. Travel eastward to the sacred banks of the Ganges, and you find this same truth expressed with even greater profundity in the Vedic traditions of ancient India. The rishis, the enlightened seers, declared Nada Brahma, the universe is sound. They perceived a primordial vibration, the sacred syllable Aum, or Om, as the seed from which all creation manifested. Aum is not a word, it is the engine of existence, the undifferentiated hum that blossoms into every form, every star, and every living being. From this understanding came the science of mantras. A mantra is not a prayer to an external god. It is a precisely calibrated sonic formula. Each syllable is a key, designed to vibrate at a specific frequency that resonates with and activates the body's energy centers, the chakras, and rewires the very pathways of the mind, leading the chanter from mundane awareness to superconsciousness. This was a universal science. The priests of Egypt used specific vowel sounds within the resonant granite chambers of their pyramids and temples, believing these words of power could alter reality and allow them to commune with the gods. Sufi mystics have for centuries used the rhythmic chanting of zikr to induce ecstatic states, dissolving the illusion of the separate self into the ocean of divine unity. Tibetan monks practice deep overtone chanting, producing multiple notes simultaneously to generate powerful vibrations that profoundly alter their brainwave states, allowing them to access deep states of meditation that are almost unimaginable to the uninitiated. All these paths, though culturally distinct, point to a singular, staggering truth. Our ancestors did not see the universe as a silent, empty void. They experienced it as a living, vibrating intelligence, and they developed sophisticated sonic technologies to interact with it, to heal with it, and to awaken through it. They were the first true engineers of consciousness.
To understand how a simple wave of sound can reach into the silent theater of your mind and rearrange the scenery, you must first accept a fundamental truth, one that modern physics is only now beginning to fully embrace. Everything is vibration. This is not a metaphor. The chair you sit on, the air you breathe, the very thoughts you think, at their most basic level, are patterns of energy oscillating at specific frequencies. Every object, every living being has a unique vibratory signature. A state of perfect health has one signature. A state of illness has another. Joy vibrates at a high, rapid frequency, while despair resonates at a slow, heavy one. Your entire being is an orchestra of frequencies. So how does an external sound affect this internal orchestra? The master key is a universal principle called resonance. Imagine two tuning forks, both tuned to the precise note of C. If you strike one, causing it to vibrate, and then bring the second fork near it, a miracle occurs. The second fork will begin to vibrate and hum with the same note, even though nothing has physically touched it. It has caught the vibration from the first. This is resonance, the tendency of a system to oscillate with greater amplitude at some frequencies than at others. Building on this is an even more profound natural law: entrainment. This is nature's powerful drive towards synchronization, the tendency for less powerful rhythms to lock into step with more powerful ones. In the 17th century, the Dutch scientist Christiaan Huygens noticed that two pendulum clocks hanging on the same wall would, after a short time, synchronize their swings perfectly. This phenomenon is everywhere. Fireflies in a field begin to flash in unison. A group of people clapping will eventually clap to the same rhythm. Most tellingly, if you place independent heart cells in a petri dish, they will begin to pulse in chaotic separation, but within minutes, they will entrain and beat together as one. Now apply this to yourself. You are not a single pendulum. You are an infinitely complex bio-oscillator. Your heart has a rhythm, your breath has a rhythm, and most importantly, your brain generates electrical pulses or brain waves that operate at different frequencies corresponding to different states of consciousness. Beta waves are for when you're awake, alert, perhaps stressed. Alpha waves emerge in states of calm relaxation. Theta waves are present in deep meditation and creative insight. And delta waves are for dreamless, restorative sleep. When you introduce a coherent, stable, and powerful sound frequency into your environment, be it the drone of a singing bowl, the precise frequency of a solfeggio tone, or the rhythmic pulse of a sacred chant, your internal frequencies are presented with a powerful invitation, The law of entrainment begins its work. Your more chaotic or stressed brainwaves, like the second tuning fork, are coaxed into matching the steady, harmonious rhythm of the external sound. The sound doesn't just entertain your ears, it provides a new, more orderly rhythm for your own consciousness to follow. This is how a sound can literally lead your mind out of an anxious beta state and guide it gently into a meditative alpha or theta state, all without a single conscious thought. It is physics acting on biology. It is harmony imposing its order on dissonance.
But this raises a profound question. If our consciousness can be so easily entrained, what separates a sacred sound from simple noise? Why does the precise drone of a Tibetan bowl instill a deep sense of peace, while the chaotic symphony of a busy street creates anxiety and stress? The answer lies not just in the frequency, but in the hidden architecture of the sound wave itself, a secret made visible through the astonishing science of cymatics. Cymatics is, quite simply, the study of visible sound. When you vibrate a surface covered in particles or fluid with a single pure tone, the random particles don't just bounce around, they arrange themselves into exquisite, stable geometric patterns. The higher the frequency, the more complex the pattern becomes. What you are witnessing is a fundamental cosmic principle. Sound organizes matter. It is the invisible force that gives rise to form. Now, consider a critical fact. Your body is over 70% water. If a simple audio frequency can organize the water in a dish into a pattern of breathtaking coherence, imagine the informational matrix it is constantly imprinting upon the fluid medium of your very cells. This is the difference between harmony and noise. Noise is an incoherent, chaotic, and unpredictable waveform. Your brain attempts to find a pattern within it and fails, expending massive energy and creating a state of stress. It is sonic chaos. A healing tone, however, is coherent, stable, and geometrically perfect. It is pure information. It offers your brain a simple, elegant, and orderly pattern to lock onto, to entrain with. Your mind lets go of its internal chatter and surrenders to the beautiful simplicity of the incoming harmony. This is the physics of tranquility. But there is a layer to this mystery that transcends even the geometry of the wave. It is the most subtle, yet the most powerful element of all: intention. The consciousness of the person creating the sound can be encoded directly onto the vibration. The late Dr. Masaru Emoto demonstrated this with his groundbreaking experiments with water crystals. Water that was exposed to words of love and gratitude formed perfectly structured, beautiful crystals when frozen. Water exposed to thoughts of hate and fear formed chaotic, deformed ones. Think of what this implies. The sound wave is the carrier. Your focused consciousness is the message that rides upon that wave. This is why a mantra chanted with deep devotion is infinitely more powerful than a computer-generated tone of the exact same frequency. The intention imbues the sound with a quality, a consciousness that speaks directly to the water in your cells and the energy of your soul. This is also why the ancient traditions were so incredibly precise. They understood that certain frequencies, like the famed Solfeggio frequencies, were sonic keys. Tones like 528 Hz, known as the miracle frequency, were believed to resonate with the very blueprint of life itself, encouraging the repair of DNA. Each sacred tone was a tool designed to unlock a specific door of perception, to heal a specific layer of the being. A truly healing sound, therefore, is the ultimate alchemy. It is the fusion of a pure, coherent physical vibration with a pure, focused spiritual intention.
This ancient knowledge was never intended to be a mere philosophical curiosity. It is a living science, a practical set of keys designed to be used. So how do we, in our modern world filled with dissonance and distraction, begin to consciously apply the power of sound to transform our lives? The methods are simpler than you might imagine, and the most powerful instrument is one you already possess. First, begin with the power of your own voice. This practice is known as toning. It is not about singing or being musical. It is about creating a pure, sustained vibration. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. On the exhale, release a simple, sustained vowel sound like ah or Don't force it. Just allow the sound to pour out of you. Direct your awareness to where you feel the vibration in your body. An ah sound resonates deeply in the chest and heart. An M sound will vibrate in your head and sinuses. By toning for even a few minutes, you are directly massaging your cells with vibration, stimulating the vagus nerve to calm your entire nervous system, and allowing your body to find its own natural resonant frequency of peace. Second, you can tune your consciousness with external frequencies. Think of these as sonic prescriptions for the mind. For targeted brainwave entrainment, explore binaural beats. By playing a slightly different frequency in each ear through headphones, your brain synthesizes a third tone that coaxes it into specific states. Alpha for calm focus, or theta for deep creative flow. You can also explore the Solfeggio frequencies. Begin by listening to meditations or music centered around 432 Hz, a frequency said to be in harmony with the patterns of the universe, or 528 Hz, the frequency of transformation. The key is to listen with intention in a quiet, receptive state. Let the sound wash over you and do its work. Third, you must become the curator of your sonic environment. Most of us are consuming a constant diet of sonic junk food, jarring alarms, stressful news reports, chaotic traffic. This creates a baseline of chronic, low-grade stress. Begin to make conscious choices. Swap your blaring alarm for one with gentle chimes or birdsong. When you drive, try turning off the radio and just experience the silence. Spend 10 minutes a day actively listening to the sounds of nature, the wind, the birds, the rain. This isn't about escaping the world. It's about consciously choosing the vibrations you allow to shape your inner state. A common challenge is the belief that your mind is too busy for this to work. This is like saying you are too thirsty to drink water. The sound is the tool for the busy mind. Don't try to silence your thoughts. Simply allow the coherent vibration of the tone to become the most prominent object in your awareness. Your brainwaves will entrain naturally. And remember the ultimate amplifier. Before you press play, before you take a breath to tone, pause, set your intention. My intention is to release anxiety. My intention is to feel peace. This simple act transforms passive listening into active co-creation of your reality.
We began this journey with a simple yet profound idea that the universe is not a silent void, but a symphony of vibration, and that our own consciousness is an instrument within it. We have listened to the echoes of ancient masters who knew that to tune oneself is to tune into the cosmos. We have witnessed how modern science, through the principles of resonance, entrainment, and cymatics, affirms this timeless wisdom,
showing us that sound gives form to matter and coherence to mind. And we have discovered that you, right now, hold the practical keys to begin this work of sonic alchemy in your own life. Here is the final, essential truth. You are not merely a passive listener in this cosmic orchestra. You are a composer. Every thought you hold, every word you speak, every intention you radiate from your heart is a note you are adding to the great song of reality. The question is no longer if you are creating with frequency, but what you are choosing to create. Are you broadcasting a frequency of harmony, coherence, and love? Or are you contributing to the dissonance of fear and chaos? So we leave you with this invitation. Don't just let this be interesting information. Let it be a transformation. This week, choose one practice. Hum a single sustained tone for 1 minute and feel it vibrate your very bones. Listen to one piece of intentional music without any other distraction. Or simply take a walk and consciously listen to the symphony of the natural world. Pay attention. Notice how the sounds around you and the sounds you create truly make you feel. Share your experience in the comments below. What did you discover? What frequency resonates most with you? If you wish to continue unraveling the sacred patterns of the cosmos and decoding the ancient technologies of the soul, subscribe to the Serpent Scroll. Ring the bell of notifications so you do not miss our future explorations into the heart of wisdom. Until next time, listen deeply.